What is Bruce Lee's favorite drink?
Chai tea.
What do you think about that one?
Wednesday morning, you can see the vlog yesterday. That Uber fire truck bit is probably the most fun I've had, in several months. So Eirik, you rock. I think the consensus, Eirik and I came out, we're gonna do that bit more regularly, probably in the summertime and probably when it's not so cold, because that was just a little bit of a challenge with all the Super Bowl traffic downtown. But we love that. So hopefully more of those. Hopefully you guys liked it. Anyways, it's the week after the Super Bowl, so going back to normal business here. So top of mind for me, staffing. You know, we get into this time of year, kind of February is the time when we start ramping up. So I've got some key positions I need to get filled for the company. I'll try and do some interviews, get stuff done this week. We had a kind of a tough meeting yesterday at the mini site. Just the mini site's not doing great at the mall. And I think it's typical with any new business. So, you know, it was frustrating to hear we're not getting the results. We're not really doing a ton either, and it's tough, you know, when you hear some of your team, you know, even we talked about networking, getting people in the mall to even know who we are, and, you know, I think one of the guys was like, we go in a network, they don't care about us, and I'm like, and honestly, it was no different. I'm like, totally, no one cares. That's typical with any business. People aren't gonna care who the heck you are. You have to make them care. Case in point, hopefully you guys enjoy these behind the scenes. I think, you know, there's a lot of tougher stuff with running a business, so it's all about telling your story. So we have to do a better job. We have to get people out, make them care. I think there's a lot of stuff we're doing in storytelling, whether it's our own story. I think we can do better with our school groups that come out, get stories there. We've already hit the construction industry a little bit with telling theirs. So that's my goal, is to get us out there more, get people to understand who we are. In the old world, it was a very transactional black and white process with any kind of merchandise or service. Nowadays, there's kind of people buy into the company, the heart, the vision, and I think we got to do a better job on that. So I'll go into Hastings for a bit and then go out to our Rosedale, our mini site for this evening. So, is this not the coolest thing ever? Who remembers? So, Josie, my stepdaughter, somehow got in. I don't know if Polaroid cameras are coming back, but she wanted to buy one, and I knew I had one. So we had this one, we use this as a gag out at the Sandbox when we tell people we're gonna sell them a photo package for 40 bucks. We're like, yeah, we got a brand new Polaroid. So we ordered film, although it's like 20 bucks, 8 pictures. It's ridiculous. But anyways, I think it's cute. So I ordered it. We'll get it in, and I'll have Josie play with the old Polaroid. So I think it's kind of funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Hi, Jason. How's it going? Say hi.
Hi. Whoa.
Whoa.
I'm not good in staying on the way.
So we're getting ready for the call. The first thing I want to cover, and it kind of applies to all of our sites, but it was a conversation again about mini. So just so you guys know, the mini site's not doing great. Again, I'm not that alarmed just because I knew it's creating a new business model. So it's not shocking to me. It's the same way I started here in Hastings, where you had to start slow and build it. And, you know, one of the statements I heard yesterday is that when we go out and network, whatever, you know, people don't care. People don't care about us. Like, they don't want to hear it. And I'm like, and I think my response, and Dave and Adam know how I respond, I go, exactly. Business just doesn't come naturally. It doesn't just come to you. You got to make people care. And I think that's the difference between most successful businesses and ones that fail, is people just sit back and they think others are going to care about you. They're not. And I think we need to be better at that in telling the story on why should people care. Because I think we would all argue on the team, do we think people should care about us? I think we'd say, yeah, I think we have top-notch service. I mean, we're providing a product or service that really is unparalleled. No one in the world can really do what we have done, both indoors and outdoors. So to me, we have, you know, if we didn't get all those crushing reviews, then I would be thinking, okay, maybe people shouldn't care because our product sucks. But the reality is we're freaking crushing it with those. So So then the challenge comes, how do you make people care? And that's again, the $1 million question for most businesses. So one of the big pieces for me, and it kind of maybe fills in, is I think it falls back to telling a story. I mean, obviously you saw the direction we went with bringing IRIC on the team, and I still see this as our future. And I think you look at most successful brands, it's because people connected to their story, to their vision, to what they were building or who they were. So I'm going to continue to go down that path and, tell our story. And I think it applies to all of us. We all have our own stories.
Yep.
Because I'm gonna probably do snow removal. Once snow removal's done, I'll get the wheel loader out.
Have fun. I'm going up to Rosedale. Bye, Jason. Snow removal. Thanks, dude. See ya.
Oh, Randy's okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yo. I'm not
Nice
cold.
of you to wear sandbox gear today.
I forgot all of it at home.
They're going the wrong way. And the window's open too. What is that?
This is all a critical
Safety point?
safety point.
So it's TCI week 4.
Oh, you already switched.
Jen and Dave got this. So it'll be good. Now that they've had a few weeks in, we kind of want to hear more of their stories. So I think we feel there's a big piece here that we can hopefully talk a little bit more about what's bringing them into the industry. What are their stories? What do they want to do? What do they want to be when they grow up, right? Don't we all have that question? So I think it'll be interesting if we're going to try and do some interviews tonight and really learn more. What do you
I
want
was
to
just
be?
going to say, we should interview our staff and find out what they want to do.
Adam, what's your story?
Adam Johnson. I work at Extreme Sandbox. I've been here for 5 years.
Is water wet?
No, maybe I was snuck up on and I did some research and I found out the water isn't wet, which is something I just learned today. So exciting.
Doing Adam.
I'm doing some research on is water wet?
I think
Is water wet?
It's pretty wet. Yeah.
Inherently wet?
Inherently, yes.
So water itself is wet.
It is.
Oh no.
It is.
You want to see the definition?
But
Water isn't wet. Wetness is a description of the existence of water, what happens to us when we come into contact with water in such a way that it impinges on our state of being. Our possessions get wet.
so get wet.
Well, we learned something today.
That's it. Pack up and go home.
My work here is done.
I always thought that dogs laid eggs. And I learned something today.
My name is Maurice Hughes. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
My name is JD. I'm from Thailand.
My name is Davion Tatum. I was born and raised in St. Paul, Minnesota.
My name is Nathan Bernhardt. I'm 18. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
My name is Josiah. I'm 17 years old. I go to Patrick Henry High School. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Is water wet?
Yep, water's wet. Yep. It's wet. I don't want to explain why, but it's wet.
Water isn't wet. It's not wet because water. Repeat that.
Is water wet?
Oh God, I hate these.
Too much explaining.
I have time if you want to try.
Too much. It's gonna be all day. I was arguing with them in the room about water is wet.
So you think water's wet?
Yep.
Water is just some liquids that are. Oh no, it's not wet. I can't really explain it.
According to the definition, it's like whatever something is soaked in water or any kind of liquid solution, and since water is water, it's technically it's wet.
So water in itself cannot be wet, is what you're saying?
No, water in itself is wet, technically.
Okay,
Well, in all I don't know. I hate these questions, man. Well, come on now.
I've heard that debate several times. Water, in my opinion, water is not wet until you put water on something else to make it wet.
I'm kind of on both sides. So I would say yes and no, depending on who's arguing it.
You know Rob Gronkowski's house got robbed while he lost the Super Bowl?
There's your completely random fact that points to nothing here. So thank you, Iric.
You're welcome.
Why is water wet?
No. Is water wet?
Is water wet?
Is water wet? Is water wet? Is water itself wet? No?
I don't know. We had a good, we're finishing up the school event. Or not, yeah, so I thought it went great. Jen's, we found nervous to be on camera, so now she's found a role behind the camera. How you doing, Jen? Nice. I think it was cool to hear Eric captured some awesome stories from the students. I think it's just really key to anyone. Everyone's got a story. It's like, what's your story? The funny part here, though, out of all this is Adam, well, I had this some kind of laugh-off bit that Eric wants to do, and Adam's got a dry sense of humor, but we'll see how it goes. But he's back prepping, and now we're going to go, I think he's going to go head-to-head here with Dave on this laugh-off challenge. So we'll see how this goes. I'm optimistic.
This feels very solemn.
Are you laughing already? What does a nosy pepper do?
I don't know.
Get jalapeno business.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Learn sign language. It's very handy.
All right. The midget fortune teller who kills his customers is a small, medium, at large.
I do like that one, actually.
It's morbid.
The other day somebody stole my mood ring. I'm not sure how I should feel about it.
What is Bruce Lee's favorite drink?
Chai tea.
What do you think about that one?
What do you call a black guy flying a plane?
I don't want to know.
A pilot, you racist! That one was pretty funny. I can't lose a point for laughing at my own joke.
I got really scared.
Yes, that was a good one. That was very good, actually.
So this guy with a premature ejaculation problem comes out of nowhere.
I don't get it. What do you mean? A guy wearing only saran wrap underwear walks into a psychiatrist's office. I didn't even get to read these beforehand. A guy wearing only saran wrap underwear walks into a psychiatrist's office. The doctor takes one look at him and says, "Well, I can clearly see your nuts."
Did you hear about the Mexican train killer?
No.
He had locomotives.
Oh, I get it. Like loco. There was an explosion at a cheese factory in France. Did you hear about it?
No.
There was debris everywhere. Debris? Like the cheese.
What kind of shoes do ninjas wear?
Crocs.
Sneakers.
I see where you went with that. Beer is like the sun. It rises in the yeast and sets in the waist. Because it makes you fat.
That was funnier than the joke. Hey, did you hear about those new corduroy pillows?
No.
They're making headlines everywhere.
My wife and I were happy for 20 years. Then we met.
Hi-oh!
Huh?
That was, yeah, that's something.
I don't even understand this one. Someone threw cheese at me, real mature. Like the cheese was mature?
Pun.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best part about living in Switzerland?
The cheese?
Not sure, but the flag is a big plus.
Mm-hmm. No?
Let's shake hands and leave.